will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Here's the give off the left side. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's a...
Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Flips it out in the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's not the direction you want to go offensively here. Down close to the goal line, you don't want to be going backward. I think these receivers, they need to be a little bit more decisive. Just catch the ball and get what you can get.
Trying to power it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Third and goal, where the strong come through. Trying to run it in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game, you want to pay it off and just put some points up on the board.
Well, and see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them go the length of the field, almost 100 yards, even if I get stopped. I'm starting this game aggressive.
Looking to throw. Here's the pressure. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive. So it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Pull out against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air, it's Fernandez. Bringing the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they
breaks into the open. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. How about this dude going off script for the Noles, not necessarily known for his running ability?
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right.
Got some room there to the goal line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this is why you consistently run the football, a steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown run.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Fernandez. Starting to feel a little pressure. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Mustangs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He's got great speed. Can they catch it? They won't get it. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, and try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Coming out with it, it's Green. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Off the RPO, complete. At the 35, he's got room. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Back to pass, it's Fernandez. The quick out. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo. Gives it on the option. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3-and-out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Back to pass. Fires to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Wants to throw. It's Fernandez. The screen, and watch out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now his quarterback is faced with a critical 3rd down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like a massive moment in this game.
Looking for the score. Touchdown Mustangs. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The give on the inside.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
This time on target. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Finds his tight end. There he goes. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Gibson. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cole. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Fernandez. The sure hands, it's Davis. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll They'll try to pick it up through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grab behind the line. It's Green. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Here's the punt, and whether it goes 3 yards or 93 yards, just don't let that return guy get it again. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Gibson. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, and start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The play fake. Looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Fernandez. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I tell you what, I like this defense's game plan right here. Drop back, make sure I got the sticks covered. If they want to throw it below the sticks, I'm going to come up and tackle you and make sure I get you to fourth down.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. It's our force to settle for the field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? West Virginia is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders.
Looking for space. It's Gibson. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Right back to the well. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Oh, man, what a run. He wanted to get it in the house, but nice explosive play in the run game to get all the way down to the 1, Tony.
Great effort by him. I'd expect this offense now to try to go fast, punch this thing in using tempo.
Now on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. He's loose. Touchdown, SMU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he tacked on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
Whew, that's a breathing sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Setting up the screen. Fights off the defender. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And the Noles are on the move. He wants to change this route. Toss sweep to the right. And some room to work. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They're looking for an advantage to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Back to throw, it's Fernandez. Looking left. Got him downfield. Wide open spaces. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line. red zone. He's going to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the door. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the returner will be brought down.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field where he was able to go recover it.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Fernandez. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Gay. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Mustangs in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Makes one man miss. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today. BYU was far from the friendly confines of LaVell Edwards Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll try it over the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Got enough for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.